Andy, great to be back. 2 weeks pretty much into pre-season now. How's it been so far?
Hot, very hot, but the lads have come back in really good condition and worked really hard. We've been doing 3 and sometimes 4 sessions a day. So I have to say the guys have really brought into what we're doing this pre-season, and like I say, really we look a very fit team.
And some new signings obviously having come back as well. How are they settling in at the moment?
Yeah, we've got a few new signings, and I always have to point out to people that James Vennings is also a new signing. Even though we had him on loan, we've got him on a permanent, and they've all settled in really well. You know, we've got a good group of players and a good group of people here, and everyone around the place has made them feel welcome. And they're all saying the same thing about, you know, how the facilities are here and how professional it is. So that's great to hear that from them. And they seem to have all settled in really well. And
when watching training as well, it's very clear to see how well the first year pros have integrated into everything as well.
Yeah, you know, I've always been a big believer in trying to get the youth through the system as well. And you know, over the next few weeks they'll be seeing a lot of them boys again, and they've really joined into training well and kept the levels high. So that's been a real pleasure for me to see that. And even, you know, we've even gone even younger with young Sam German who's joined the group, and I think he's just 16, maybe even just 17. He's only a real youngster, and he's fitting into training as well. So yeah, exciting times with the young players, and it's good to see them, you know, learning and seeing how a real proper pre-season is.
And going back onto new signings, we've had another one this week, and that's Reece Hannam on loan from Crystal Palace.
Yeah, Reece is a player that I've looked at. I looked at last summer and tried to get him in the door, and Palace didn't let him out. And we've been lucky enough to get him this summer. Reece is a really energetic wing back, left-footed. He puts in a good cross. So yeah, that's a good signing for us, I believe, and Reece gives a real sort of a good bit of energy and professionalism, you know, into the group. So I'm chuffed with that, and you know, there's more to come.
And of course, tomorrow being the first public pre-season game, there was a behind closed doors game at Millwall earlier this week.
Yeah, Millwall offered us at the end of last season to come in and play at their training ground, which we've done pretty much every year. And the date they give us was probably a little bit early for us, but we didn't want to turn it down because Millwall particularly, you know, very helpful to us, and we wanted to make sure we sort of honoured trying to help them. So yeah, that said, it was probably, you know, I think they'd played 4 games already, Millwall, and they'd been in 2 weeks, and we'd only been in, I think, just less than a week. So it was a good workout for us. We you know, the scoreline is irrelevant in my opinion at this stage, and it really was a little flattering for them. But that said, you know, they're a championship side and a really good side, and we got a lot of learning out of that, of where we need to be better at this early stage and what we need to sort of improve on in pre-season. But the actual process of the run out was really good.
And of course, another run out tomorrow. This time it will be great to have the fans back at Hayes Lane as we welcome Dartford. Yeah,
looking forward to that. It's always nice to have the fans back, and I know there'll be some impatientness of who we're signing, who we're not signing, have we got enough players, but I can assure you we're all in hand, we're in good shape. And it'll be nice, you know, I think nice for the boys that played in the final last year to sort of come out and see the fans again, and you know, start our pre-season process.
And talking to fans, you had something of a reunion with our Ravens chat contingent yesterday, which looked a good laugh.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about those guys. Doesn't matter if you win a trophy, they still have a go at you. But yeah, they're really good guys, and I think it's important. You know, I've seen that Ravens chat group grow from sort of like a handful of people. I think they're up to now 30 people that come in. So I really try and make it a point to go and have a cup of tea with them and a chat. Because they're lovely guys, and they deserve that bit of time, and they tell me where I'm going wrong. And actually, one of them pulled out a programme when I played here years ago, which was many years ago. So that was nice. But yeah, I like to make sure I keep those guys involved.
Andy, thanks as always for your time.
Thank you.